It's going to be a jump. Now, here it looked like a jump. There, this looks like a foul to me.
Yeah.
Indiana, and you can see Caitlin saying you were right in front of her.
Caitlin Clark absolutely lost it on the officials after watching Sophie Cunningham get body slammed with no call and zero consequences. This wasn't just a bad call, it was an outright embarrassment. The entire WNBA should be ashamed of what unfolded during the Indiana Fever's tense 78-74 win over the Seattle Storm. This wasn't your everyday missed whistle. It was a clear-cut example of everything that's decaying at the core of WNBA officiating.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What call are you, like, bugged out?
All of them.
Everything?
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be fouling the shit out of me,
yeah, cool.
But let me do it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
consistency
then.
Yeah, like just give, and I think that's players across the league and like new fans across the country. Like everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like, I don't know.
Sophie had just grabbed a defensive rebound and was calmly securing the ball when a Storm player straight up tossed her to the ground like it was Sunday Night Football. The ref, standing right there with a front row seat, just watching, like he was at a backyard barbecue instead of, actually officiating a professional basketball game.
Now, am I ever advocating for players to throw other players on the ground? No, like we've seen so much of it throughout the WNBA. He watches this happen right in front of him. There's so much contact on the play and he does nothing. He doesn't blow his whistle. He doesn't stop the play. He doesn't call a foul here.
And that's when Caitlin Clark, still stuck on the bench for her 7th straight game thanks to that lingering groin injury, finally had enough.
We have updates and our recovery's going well. It's just, I think for us staying the course and making sure that we're really diligent about each step that we take and that we don't have setbacks and that we're patient with it. I know she wants to be out here on the floor and we want her out here on the floor, but making sure that she's ready is the most important thing. I still don't know how far we are. We're going to take it one step at a time, one day at a time.
She couldn't hold it in any longer. She let it rip. You were right in front of her. Why did you change your mind? Her voice echoed through the arena, and honestly, every basketball fan watching had to be nodding along. The level of officiating incompetence was just unbelievable. If you're as fed up with refs ruining games as the rest of us, drop a spicy Sophie in the comments and show some love to the real ones holding it down on the court.
I don't even know what the players can do because the players aren't being protected. And I know so many of the times, like, we're talking about this when it comes to the Indiana Fever, but this does happen across the league. There are many plays that we could pull up. Do you guys have any suggestions on what can actually be done? The coaches get fined when they call them out to the media. Like, this is a top-down issue. This is a commissioner's.
Because this mess, this officiating circus, is quickly becoming the defining crisis of the WNBA right now. And Caitlin Clark's outrage? It's not just frustration anymore. It's the battle cry for a league teetering on the edge of collapse.
The officiating in the WNBA, I kind of already went off on it, but it's just atrocious. Really, really bad. Like, there have got to be rules to present overt physicality from dominating the game. And that's what we've got. We've got it in the NBA, we've got it in the WNBA. Nobody wants to call a bunch of fouls, but these officials don't know what a foul is and a foul isn't. They can't even tell when a ball goes out of bounds. Like, you've got 2 million plus people watching some of these games. You have got to have a correctly officiated product, or at least confidently officiated product, and competently officiated product.
Refereeing in the WNBA has officially hit rock bottom. And it's not just Indiana Fever fans raising hell anymore. Players, coaches, and fans across the entire league are speaking out, because the officiating disasters are happening week after week, game after game. It's beyond embarrassing. Just think about how ridiculous this is. Sophie Cunningham got slapped with a $500 fine for making a TikTok poking fun at the refs. Meanwhile, full contact hits are getting ignored during actual games. That tells you everything you need to know about where the WNBA's priorities are right now. And to top it all off, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert had the nerve to say that only losing teams complain about officiating. Maybe someone should remind her, when your league's biggest star is getting hacked on a nightly basis, this isn't about wins or losses. It's about safety, professionalism, and credibility.
This year, it's not just Caitlin Clark. If you wear that Indiana Fever jersey, consider it done. The refs are not going to be fair, and they are going to cheat and do whatever it takes to do what the higher-ups say.
Even the league's most respected voices have had enough. Becky Hammon has been publicly losing her mind over the officiating. Kelsey Plum is walking into press conferences covered in scratches, asking how she got mauled for 40 minutes and somehow only ended up with 6 free throws.
And I got scratches on my face, I got scratches on my body, and these guards on the other team get these ticky-tack fouls, and I'm sick of it. I get fouled like that every possession. The kid gets fouled like that in the post all the time, and they don't call it, and I don't know what else to do. Like, it's really frustrating though. I'm like, I feel, I mean, there's multiple shots at the end of the game, either into the third, into the fourth, where they're just coming and swinging, and they just don't.
But in the middle of this officiating dumpster fire, one player is rising above the chaos. Sophie Cunningham stepped up with another elite-level performance, reminding everyone exactly why she's the Fever's most clutch player while Caitlin Clark remains sidelined.
Gabby Williams storms inside, can't finish it, follows it up, into the arms of Bibby, just signed for the rest of the season by Indiana. Been a perfect fit at the stretch 4. Cunningham connects on a 3.
And you just look at her frame, 6'6" and super long.
Cunningham connects on another 3.
She dropped 17 points on an ultra-efficient 5 of 6 shooting, including a scorching 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. And get this, she was the only Indiana Fever player to hit a single three-pointer the entire game.
Games from Sophie Cunningham, the only player on the Indiana Fever to make her 3 tonight. The Indiana Fever were 4 of 21 from downtown, and Sophie Cunningham hit all 4 of those 3s. 17 points, and the difference between this and the Lynx game, which was Sophie Cunningham's last really good breakout game, this wasn't late. This was, oh, we're struggling offensively, somebody needs to come through, and Sophie Cunningham came through.
This isn't some one-off fluke. Sophie's been on an absolute tear. Fans are now calling her the Blonde Bomber because of how often she detonates from deep when the game's on the line. Ever since she went viral for backing up Caitlin Clark during that heated brawl with the Connecticut Sun, Sophie's confidence has been through the roof. She gained over 800,000 followers, and her jersey sales skyrocketed. She's not just embracing the spotlight, she's owning it. And more importantly, she's delivering when it matters most.
Sophie the Blonde Bomber, Sophie the Trophy, lit it up again tonight. Man, she has been nothing short of spectacular as of late. 5 of 6 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 17 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Sophie, the Blonde Bomber, has been on fire. Sophie stepped it up in a big time way. That is what you need. When your best player is out, you need the ancillary pieces to step up and deliver. And that is what Sophie Cunningham has.
The Fever did everything possible to blow a game, but still come out with the win. That was a near epic level collapse, folks. Wow, it should have never gotten that close. Lexi Hull, Stephanie White waited till the very last minute to put Hull in on defense. She should have been in there from 2 minutes in, 2.5 minutes in on defense. They could not seem to get a big rebound to save their life, and this almost turned into a disaster.
Indiana Fever just almost pushed me to a heart attack. The Indiana Fever nearly blow a 12-point fourth quarter lead. We allow the Seattle Storm to go on an 11-0 run in the fourth quarter. Stephanie White, I keep telling y'all, I don't trust her. I'm sorry. We give up a 11-0 run within the last 4 minutes to let this team cut the lead down.
Boy, they almost blew it. Nonsensical whistles to stop runs, or how about blowing a whistle to stop the other team's run? Coming out in the second half, I will never back off of this. When you come out in the second half and you start losing leads, that is a coaching issue. I don't care what sport you're in. All right? Because what that tells you is the opposing coach went into the second, in the halftime, made adjustments. The other team comes out, and they start figuring it out. Well, it's up to your coach. It's up to your coach to make adjustments against that adjustment.
Sophie Mitchell could not get it going today. And I told y'all, she is a roller coaster. You got to remember, she went off versus the Sky. Then she was, 8 for 24. Then she had a good game. Then she was down again. Then last game she was up. This game she's down again at 3 of 16. This is Kelsey Mitchell. She's a roller coaster. She's a roller coaster. She gave you 9 points on 3 of 16, shooting 0 of 3.
Here's Boston. Boston, good look inside. Howard lays it in. Nobody in the league at 6'4" or taller averages more assists than Aaliyah Boston. Well, what happens off a deflection from a defensive player if it hits the rim? Shot clock still would reset. It doesn't have to be a shot. As Howard somehow spins that in, plus the foul.
I mean, AB's been huge for us. She's really been the key. She came into this league predominantly playing on the low block, getting a lot of post touches when she was in college and her rookie year. And then, last year, her first year with Caitlin, playing a lot in the two-man. And then this year, we're asking her to be a facilitator as well. A hub for us on the offensive end of the floor while being more versatile on the defensive end than she probably has ever been. And she's just continued to step up to the challenge and grow and be better. She's really the rock of our team.
Players looking like they need a breather.
Yes.
Cunningham lays it in, going backdoor on Diggins. Well, what happens off a deflection from a defensive player if it hits the rim? Shot clock still would reset. It doesn't have to be a shot. As Howard somehow spins that in, plus the foul.
You see her cutting through the lane. Skylar Diggins is inside, so she's the one left to take the Howard cut. What a tough shot by Natasha Howard.
I'm really proud of you guys. There were so many ways in a close game and in game situation where we grew today that were huge for us, y'all. That will pay dividends. So great job. I'm proud of you guys. Everybody contributed. Everybody came in and gave us a lift. Kels, I know it was a tough shooting day, but the way you facilitated and that one big jumper you made. Right, we dug in and got stops when we needed to. I mean, big time win, y'all. Big time win. Go! That's a PNW win! W's in the chat.
W's in the chat.
Oh my gosh. That one just aged me, but we're getting better. Shoot, good win. Win for win.
A dub is a dub, so keep on rolling.
It shows the growth that we've had as a team because early in the season we were just so inconsistent, and if teams were to do that, we would normally lose those games, but it just shows that we're getting closer, we're trusting each other, and I think that's the biggest part is trusting and knowing that we can win those games even if they go on runs.
Been a lot of ups and downs in the WNBA this season. To take care of business in a winning streak like this, what does that sort of say about how this team's coming together?
Yeah, Seattle's a great team, a great team, and it's hard to play here. And so we knew that. We knew that they just came off kind of a bad loss against LA. And so they were hungry for a win. But for us, it's not about other teams. It's about our standard. It's about stacking the days. And I think that where our mental's at as a team and as individuals, we're in a really good spot. And, it's not going to be easy moving forward. But I think today we stayed true to the scout. We trusted the offense. Kelsey has been having a hell of a season. She was a little bit off, but she facilitated for us offensively down the stretch. And it just shows that everyone has something to give, even if your scoring's not going to be there. But I don't know, I'm just proud of our team, and I'm proud that we stacked today.